You all answer. We are very much integrated into the education sector because we have many programs in this institution and in our group where we conduct aeronautical aviation and other programs including pilot training and aircraft maintenance engineering programs. But what is special now? So we are in a global aviation market, a lot of emphasis in our country to develop the aerospace ecosystem. We have a very dynamic and robust aviation industry in India. From a few years back, where we had limited airplanes and airports, now we have an abundance of them thanks to the government of India policy, which has enabled even the ordinary person to travel by air. Scheme, I'm sure that you are aware of that is. And in fact, when we talk about Chennai airport, I always connected with the airport is a little older than what it should be in its present form. And it is bursting at its seams with no place to go. So I'm sure that the government of Chennai is very eagerly taking steps to improve aviation. What it was once Tamil is no longer regain our rightful status in the aviation map in our country. All other states have gone forward to developing multiple airports investments. And in the private sector, they are providing even better facilities than the most of what you see overseas. Many of you have traveled abroad. Those airports are not nothing really to boast about. But our airports in the private sector have created a lot of power internationally. And that is why you see all our airports are only airports in the private sector and in the government sector as well. As of 2024, future airports and solar energy adoption, the future of aviation in India promises not only continued growth, but also a commitment to sustainability, ensuring long-term benefits for the nation and environment. Many of you may think, why is he saying all about the aviation sector only? But I see a connection between what we are going to do in your careers. You will be somewhere connected to the aviation sector through your jobs and your careers. And if you want an even more promising career, this is a sector where you need to focus on. Because aviation will take you globally, even if you are doing a startup. And I think Guest of Honor, Shri C V Deepak is here to speak about that. And both these industries and the startup mission put together needs a lot of dynamic youngsters like you, the youth of our nation, born and brought up in Tamil Nadu, in Chennai, in our institution. We have managed to cross 4 years of a difficult period during your studies, with such difficulties. And in spite of that, we have overcome and reached this stage here today, where you are getting ranked and many other awards in this platform. So what about the startup culture at KCG Tech? Director Dr. Annie Jacob, the entire team, I think it will only I'll be able to express all my ideas and thoughts in this platform because I've seen like never before an impetus which is the launch of Nashagriv Aerospace
guests who have joined us, and we congratulate the student startups. Some of you may be here, and I think the founders of these startups need to be applauded in spite of the challenges. And I'm sure others will not just clap, but join the force. So we need to look at opportunities. Look at opportunities in a way that solves some problem. Look at what your society around you needs, and I'm sure you will find many. And one of the important areas is aviation, because not one thing is manufactured in India. We ground an airplane for a small structural difficulty for more than a year. And this I'm talking to you about the two-seater or four-seater aircraft, not a one-seater commercial aircraft or anything like that. And you see the development in this industry is very much space-oriented. It is always now getting an emphasis towards space technology, but not in civil aviation. The other day I went to an MRO program in Delhi, and believe me, the number of vendors and companies which were there would just fill this hall. That is the size of our maintenance ecosystem. Whereas if you go anywhere else in the world, it will be a huge convention space filled with different companies who manufacture all the systems. So you have a lot of opportunity in this area. So don't think you all have to go to space or make something connected with it. Even a small component you make for an airplane, like a Cessna, a Piper, or a Boeing, is more than sufficient. You don't always have to think at the level of space in the stratosphere of the bomb. You can think here also. This is also a place where you can easily achieve things. So kindly keep in your mind that all of you are not going to become rocket engineers. You may go to Mars one day, but that will not be tomorrow. We still have time to do that. And you all have done our university ranks and the institutional ranks after we became autonomous. So I'm sure the institution is on the right path. The principal and the team have given their best to ensure that all of you have graduated. That in itself is an achievement by them, all the HODs and all the faculties who are gathered here. Congratulations to each one of them for seeing you through in the last 4 years. About the institution, you all know. We go on promoting it on social media everywhere, that we have got this rank, that rank, this award, NIRF, which is very difficult to get. And of course, now the latest one, should I announce it or will the principal or director mention that? So the latest feather in our cap is the international QS rating for which we have got the diamond ranking. So this is a very important ranking for international, to go international and to be an institution recognized globally. And it is because of your work and all of them put together that have achieved this. So it is a feather on your cap. To maintain that as alumni. Mentor your juniors for the next many batches also, not just tomorrow or now. Make sure they are maintaining the quality that we had in your institution for many years to come. That is your responsibility, to uphold the institutional values and the quality that they have provided to you. It is not an easy task. When you come this side, you will know the impact of it. How many of you are willing to come this side and be teachers? How many of you? I don't see any hands. It is not a very easy task because you are sitting in that desk, in that chair. You know what a hard time you have given to them. So the challenges, the online education, the kind of new thinking that we should have, critical thinking and so many other aspects, they have to keep drilling into each one of you day in and day out for you to be sitting in the front rows here. So my dear friends, since you have already crossed the college, please continue to be a part of the institution, and we thank your wonderful parents for having provided you this opportunity. I think they deserve a big round of applause. Your entire family, which has made sure some of you are even postgraduates next time. So this is what we understand from your presence here today, that you are going to make a serious difference in your own lives and in your institution and in the industry where you are going to serve. Not only that, don't think your responsibility ends with just yourself. You are going to give back to your community, to students who don't have the same opportunity as you did. So make sure you at least sponsor one student for any program to make him educated, to get him a good degree and a career. Without a seed, and nothing even changes without a dream. So plant that seed or dream in your mind if you have not done it already. Some of you are bold, you have taken that step. I appreciate you and laud you and your parents for supporting you in this initiative. But if you need the support from your institution, don't ever fail to come and ask us. In any way, we are here to help you with that. And our sole purpose at KCG Tech is to ensure that we empower your dreams and engineer your realities. Thank you, and God bless each one of you.
Performer in the Union Government Startup India ranking. His relentless efforts have paved the way for a startup-friendly environment, significantly increasing the number of registered startups in the state. His mission is clear and purposeful: to position Tamil Nadu prominently on the global startup destinations map while promoting inclusive growth through innovative entrepreneurial schemes. His commitment to driving social-human transformation has inspired numerous youth and aspiring entrepreneurs across the state and beyond. Mr. Shivraja is a governing council member at the Entrepreneurship Development and Innovation Institute and serves on the MSME Trade and Investment Promotion Bureau under the Tamil Nadu government. He also contributes as a board member at IT&T Hub. He was chosen to lead Startup TN in recognition of his groundbreaking work with Native Lead, a non-governmental organization he founded to empower Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities in Tamil Nadu through entrepreneurship. The Native Angels Network, an investing arm of Native Lead Foundation, has been a first of its kind initiative to India to support non-metro entrepreneurial growth. Since its inception in Madurai in 2012, the Native Lead model has become a benchmark for replication across, currently operating in key Tamil Nadu cities and abroad like the United States and Japan. Shivraja's entrepreneurial journey began as early as 1991 and went on to co-found Winway System Private Limited, bringing ERP solutions and open source training to southern Tamil Nadu. Beyond his professional accolades, Mr. Shivraja draws strength from his family,
his wife Padmini, assistant editor at the Times of India, and his two children Sindhya and Dev Ramanathan, and his passion for socio-political history and structures further fuels his thought leadership. Please join me in welcoming our trailblazer in innovation and inclusive development, Tirusivaraja Ramanathan.
Members and other dignitaries, professors, students, my good friends here, அனைவருக்கும் இனிய காலை வணக்கங்கள். Good morning to all. So, the next 10 minutes, I just want to share some of the practical aspects. Maybe please allow me to mix both in Tamil and English, where I feel that we are talking about innovation. So Dr. Abdul Kalam and other eminent scientists like Mailsami Annadurai and one of the famous science fiction writer once lived called Mr. Sujata, they say that when you talk about innovation பத்தி பேசும்போது, கிரியேட்டிவிட்டி பத்தி பேசும்போது நமக்கு ரொம்ப க்ளோஸான ஒரு மொழியில பேசினா நல்லா இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு. பட் ஐ நோ சம் ஆஃப் யூ மே நாட் பி அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் தமிழ், பட் ஐ ட்ரை டு மேக் மை ஷார்ட் ஸ்பீச் as much as impactful. Please listen. Whatever few facts that I am going to share today, ஒரு சின்ன சின்ன விஷயங்கள், ஒரு 4-5 விஷயங்கள் உங்கள்கிட்ட நான் ஷேர் பண்ண போறேன். And I assume that there are 1,000 members here approximately. I assume. And whatever I say will reach only to 2%. That is 20 numbers. Please keep this in mind. I am assuming there are 1,000 graduates here, and whatever I am going to share, 3 or 4 impactful facts will reach only to 2%. That is around 20 numbers. Let me come back to you this number concept at the end of my speech. And let me see who are those 20 people are. Okay. So I just want to share one important statement which I believe, which is very, very strong, very, very fundamental, and very, very powerful. It's nothing but change is the only constant factor. Maatram ondre maaradadu. Change is the only constant factor. Just imagine, I'm not going to give you any lectures. Few very, very simple thoughts which I expect to trigger your thoughts, because we are going through a remarkable time space where none of our ancestors, from the day one of humankind, மனிதகுலம் தோன்றிய முதல் நாளிலிருந்து இன்று வரை நாம் பார்த்திராத ஒரு காலகட்டத்தில் நாம் வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறோம். It means from the day one of humankind, we are undergoing a time space where none of our ancestors have seen. Recently I have come across a report. I forgot the name of the university, but it's a US-based university. They came out with from their humanities studies, they came out with a report about the changes. They say in history, the history is not about learning the past. Unfortunately, we are not giving much importance to history, but I request each and every graduate to, give little attention and interest towards history. So they say history is not about learning the past, but history is all about learning the changes. So learning the changes is very, very important, because we may undergo changes without knowledge around us. So we need to know what changes happened in the past, what is happening in the present, and what may happen in the future. This is very, very important for each and every person, every graduate, in living in this space. So this report says, you take a scale, or tarasu, take a scale, okay? You may see the scale like, the two-side scale. Just for an imagination's sake. Since till 1950, 1950 வரைக்கும், till 1950, from the day one of mankind till 1950, you put all the changes, all the major changes happened. It may be scientific changes or whatever changes, socio-political changes, whatever changes. All the changes happened in one side of a scale, and after 1950 till maybe this year, 75 years, put all those changes on the other side. Just 75 years of changes. If you imagine that as a quantification method or model, the thousands of years of changes, compared to these 75 years changes, the 75-year changes from 1950 to this date will be more, at least 100 times more than whatever the changes we've seen in the past, several thousand or millions of years. But the beauty is, fortunately or unfortunately, we are all living in this space where the speed of change is happening in an unimaginable momentum. It is unimaginable, right? See, they classify these revolutions. They say 3 major revolutions happen in the history of mankind. One is the cognitive revolution, which is man started thinking. And number 2 is the agriculture revolution, where the hunter-gatherer group or mankind, they started doing agriculture in the banks of rivers. The third, which happened in 500, 600 years ago, which we call as industrial revolution.